Hey, Adam Culbertson here. Before we begin, we got a promo from another independent podcast, so when you finish this episode, make sure you go and check them out.
Hello, you magnificent podcast listeners out there. I'm James, the producer and GM for the Dimension Door podcast. If you're interested in listening to a mercenary...
While they're trying to figure out who he is, I kind of walk over and try to shake him to wake him up. Hey, wake up!
A wise woman...
Do not touch my patient, sir. You typically do not shake a man near death.
A doctor...
Is he wearing glasses? Because if he's not wearing glasses, I could slap him and see if I could wake him up. But I wouldn't hit a guy with glasses.
And a nurse...
Well, it's almost like this poor deer here got stuck in some snow or something. He's got some coldness going on in his nose and his ears.
work together to figure out the mystery of a snowstorm in the midst of summer. Check us out. If that doesn't sound interesting enough, what if I told you that one of them permanently shrinks 10 inches in the first episode? 2 of them are bipedal rats, and one of them is literally a witch. We have an award-winning sound designer, a written adaptation of every episode, and a ton of fun. If any of that sounds interesting, check us out as we play through Paizo's Pathfinder Reign of Winter campaign. You can find us at DimensionDoorPodcast.com, on Twitter at DimensionPod, or anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Hey everybody, Adam Culbertson here again. And for the last time of Season 2. These past 14 months, doing Season 1 and Season 2 of Microphones and Monsters has been one hell of a ride. I've enjoyed making this story, playing with my friends, interacting with listeners, reading your reviews, just talking to you, making new friends. I can't even begin to explain like how much all of this means to me. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the rest of the cast, all the listeners, our patrons, everybody who has been involved and has made this whole show an amazing experience. I don't want to hold up your time too much, but I wanted to just say a little bit before the episode started. And we will definitely talk more about it in April Morons, and of course, Season 2 Morons. And now, the Season 2 finale of Microphones and Monsters. Okay, so I believe that is everybody.
If we forgot someone at this point, they're so unimportant, it doesn't matter anyway. Let's go.
They're custodians.
Yes. That's what Janice ends up doing.
Janice is
They
the
just
new
barely
custodian.
stabilize him. He could be a butler. He's our butler.
He's our butler.
Just our
All right.
depressed butler.
So everybody like gets in the elevator, they go to their floors, they get dropped off, and it's just the three of you, Sarah, and Manrose.
Oh,
That would
technically we didn't cover what Verspar and Evangeline and Tanasha were going to do.
They have their own rooms.
yeah.
Cool. Because that'll be in the meeting later.
They were taken to their own rooms.
Yeah, what is Evangeline doing? I totally forgot about that.
Evangeline knows all about portal technology or
It's that
something with
important.
Tanasha. There we go.
She like Evangeline is going to be the what was it? O'Brien.
Chief O'Brien.
She's the
Yeah,
engineer.
Miles O'Brien.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just keeps the DDA running.
That's fine.
By the,
That works. That works.
skin of her teeth.
She's just gonna live in the portal room and just open up portals for us when we need.
Yeah, Verspar and Evangeline just kind of kept quiet the whole time. And they were left off in their rooms. Like we just kind of skipped over that because they weren't really talking. They were just kind of taking everything in.
Yeah.
And weren't really saying anything.
And then as soon as everyone leaves, Sarah's like, "Oh, they all got pretty, they're all pretty okay with the fact that they're all dead and ghosts now. So let's not say anything to them and move on."
We'll drop them off in the crypt. Get me some knowledge.
Just let them pretend it's fine.
Let's go to your quarters. I imagine you three would like the same room that you had, or the same floor that you had before?
Yeah, there's not much trouble. I mean,
I mean, it doesn't really matter where it is if we just tell the elevator to go there and Manrose takes us.
Yeah, but like we didn't have anything like in those rooms that like we really, really cared about, I think.
No, I think the only stuff that was there was my cooking stuff, and I got way better stuff now.
Yeah.
I can't even remember if I left anything of real value there.
I just left some tears on the pillow.
Oh, those are long turned to salt.
Your pillow stains are not there anymore.
Yay! The sheets were washed.
That's what Janice can do laundry.
It said he was the butler. Okay.
Aleister, you have any objections?
No, I don't suppose I have any at current moment. But rest assured, as soon as I do, I'll let you know.
We've also accommodated your old office as well. That is on another floor. You just have to ask Manrose. But yeah, Manrose, will you please take us to their living quarters? Right away, Miss White.
He's so chipper.
Oh, your room, fellas.
Thank you, Manrose.
It opens up. Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure. So y'all three walk off the elevator. You're like in that loft apartment again. Mm-hmm. Like even the windows that look out to the street show Darkwell.
Wow.
Like just the city, like not like overlooking the city or anything, but just like the view that you had before outside of the windows.
Why does it look the same out there, Sarah?
Oh, well, that's just, that's the default based on what was there before, but you could really have any view that you want.
I'll leave it like that.
I want the exciting nightlife of downtown Tokyo.
What?
Blaring through my windows at all times. I'll never be able to sleep ever again.
I'm glad we are finally home, and I hope that y'all aren't too distressed on everything that happened.
You mean since we left?
Yes, from what happened in your world.
I suppose that I am all right, that the world itself is not really my concern.
But how are you going to get your Evangeline back if that world is gone?
I imagine that is not really the largest hurdle, and I must work out the first before I can worry about the second.
As long as you're part of the team, you can trust us to help you as long as you don't ask us to do anything we shouldn't.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you. And I may or may not ask you to do something that you think is untoward, but I suppose we'll get there when we get there.
Are you all right, Julian?
Yeah, kind of.
Julian, why haven't you left your suit?
About that. Can you get me a wheelchair?
Oh, can you no longer walk?
Yes. So, fairly certain that because of the fall that happened when the tower fell, I can't really use my legs anymore. So,
Yes, you're welcome.
The suit does all the work. So if I'm in the suit, I can move around as normal, but I don't think I want to spend my entire life inside of a mech suit. So, yeah, I would kind of like to be able to move around and not be stuck to that.
Manrose, can you pull something from Section C in the lab?
From the Section C lab?
The C section?
Oh?
Of course, Miss White. He pulls out that device and he like fiddles with something on it, and he's like, he points it at the ground inside the room and presses the button, and a wheelchair appears. It's kind of futuristic looking. It's
not the Professor Xavier
it's nice.
one.
It's got racing stripes.
No.
on the side.
It's not Professor Xavier,
Yeah.
but it's definitely electronic.
Okay.
Oh, there you go, Julian. I hope that meets your needs.
Yeah, no, I think this will be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Manrose.
Yes, thank you. I'll go ahead and undo some of the locks, and then I'll basically pop open the back hatch of the suit and I guess sort of climb / fall out of it into the wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's like the idea you get ejected, just like spit out of the suit, like into the wheelchair.
If
So,
Julian showed any signs of struggle, Victor would walk over
Yeah.
and help him, like without even saying anything.
If that was the case, I would actually like give you like a stern look, like don't.
Oh, okay, well.
So, like as you get into it, you realize that you kind of connect to it, like magically, kind of deal,
Mhm.
and you can just control it with your mind.
Oh, the wheelchair.
The wheelchair, yeah.
Okay.
Like you have you feel a connection with it.
Okay.
He's really trying to make you lose those arm muscles you built up from the lightning gun.
That's true. Then yeah, I'll kind of will the wheelchair to where I can kind of get into it, without falling or flopping into it, and then I'll wheel around.
Yeah, I mean, you have developed some pretty strong arm muscles.
Mhm.
Carry it, lugging that lightning gun around,
all the
for a couple months now.
Yes. So, yeah. So yeah, I didn't wanted to make a big deal about it in front of everybody, but yeah, I can't walk around like I used to. So,
I'm sorry that happened to you. But hey, you're alive. I honestly wasn't sure if y'all were going to be able to defeat the Pallid Mask, but
I wasn't.
I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, I wasn't super sure on how we were managed to do that, but I mean, all things considered, one of us being crippled, I think, is a small price to pay for several different dimensions being in danger in the birth of a avatar of an old god.
Yes, and it's definitely better than one of us being dead.
Yeah, that too. Or all of us being dead.
There were too many close calls.
Yeah,
for all of us.
Yeah.
Well, I think now is the time to rest. We are out of immediate danger for now. There is, I'm sure that the three of you know that there are things out there that threaten us constantly.
Well, you made allusion to that before when we first started this, and well, I'll just be blunt. I kind of thought you were a little crazy and a little hyperbolic. I no longer believe that way now, and I kind of understand what's at stake and what's out there. So, yeah.
And we're a lot better prepared than we were before.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe our next step is going to be in recruiting more people like you.
Well, good luck with that.
Not exactly like you, not you. There are none others like you. Out of the other yous. I know this is confusing, but I guess you got a taste of that.
No, I'm following quite well.
Well, I didn't really get to interact with my past self directly. I think Aleister was the only person that could do that. But yeah, I see what you're going with here.
Yeah, others weren't capable of the things that you are. Your dread resistance is definitely your saving grace in all of this. But you know what to look for while you're out there. We will definitely have a briefing later on as I continue to make my rounds around all the floors and make sure everything is situated so when the time comes we can reach out to another universe and hopefully recruit those that can handle their own in their home and create a force to combat all the things that are out there. There are some worlds that are nothing like what you've experienced. Luckily, the world that you came from was very similar to the one that you just defeated the Pallid Mask in. Ranges of technology advancement and everything may be less or more in the places you'll go later.
Yes, but there will always be a connection to the Dreamlands, right?
Yes, the entire multiverse has connection to the Dreamlands.
Okay, good. Then I think I'll be okay.
Unless we came across one that wasn't. Is there such a thing?
Well, I don't imagine there would not be a Dreamlands. I've never encountered a world or universe that hasn't had one. I've definitely been on many trips myself around the universe and around to different worlds within a universe, multiple universes actually. I know this concept is odd to Julian and Victor, but Aleister would know that we can leap around the universe at very fast speeds.
Yes, it is one of the nicer things about the Dreamlands. Definitely a superior place to be.
Yes, a lot less limitations than what we have in the waking world.
Yes, but you're not going to be able to do that anymore. You're going to have to rely on us to be able to do that.
Well, that's by choice for me. I do not want... I am done with field work. You are our top agents now.
Har.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're our only agents because while Barum and Chandira have been doing their research, they definitely need some assistance. Well, let's just say they're on training wheels.
I'll just ignore that comment and just keep going.
We'll be sure to help them however we can.
We'll be sure. We got to keep going. Let's get this conversation rolling along, please.
Victor speaks for everyone.
So, any other questions that you might have?
Well, I don't suppose any other direct questions, although, do we by any chance have some way of creating a Dreamlands portal here? I know that Tanasha had mentioned being able to control them to some extent.
Yes, the DDA does have its own Dreamlands. With the help of Manrose and the Silver Key, you can take your... I'm guessing those bracelets are stopping you from dreaming.
Oh, yeah. We still have these things on. Do we need to keep these on anymore?
No. Victor's going to.
Yeah.
They're stopping you from dreaming.
Yes, I will gladly take that off. But I was also looking for a place of egress. would like to be able to meld an item.
Oh, yes, of course. I sense a Dreamlands portal in your room, actually, Aleister.
Oh, actually, that is wonderful. Well, if there's nothing further, then I think I should be going then.
Very well. You other two, do you have any other questions?
Not at the moment. I might have some later, but I kind of just want to, I guess, take in being back home after everything that's happened.
Of course, you've been through a lot. You need the time to rest.
Yeah. Or just get back to a sense of normalcy, or at least adjust to the fact that this is the new normal.
Yes, and I do not mean to push anything on you, and take your time, and we will, whenever everybody is ready, we will get back to work.
Yeah.
Victor, were you going to say anything?
There's no detriment to keeping this bracelet on, is there?
No, none at all. If you don't want to dream, you don't have to dream. Well, since you have the means to stop dreaming.
I don't. I haven't had good dreams in a very long time, so it's nice to be free from that.
Yes, I imagine. Nightmares. So, to each their own. So, yes, keep your bracelet on. There is no harm in keeping it on. You haven't experienced any negative effects from the bracelet, have you?
Not that I'm aware
none
of.
that I've been able to determine.
Well, I guess it only has negative effects on us, on the Dreamlands cats.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will leave you three to it. Definitely, like I said, get some rest, take your time, and we will connect back up whenever, for work purposes, whenever you're ready. There is no time. Take as much as you need. I will see you later.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
And she gets back in the elevator.
But I'm we're at our quarters now.
Yes, you're in the quarters.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
she leaves. The elevator door closes.
Yeah. Victor said bye to Man Road.
It's nice. It's nice seeing you guys again. I will see you later. Just come to the elevator, and I will take you to wherever you need.
Thank you.
Yes, I do trust that if we come to the elevator, you will be there.
Yes, of course. This is where I work. I'm the elevator operator.
glad to get you back to work. Come by any time, and I'll cook you up something good.
Oh, yes, those potato wedges. Yes. Next time I come by, you'll have them ready?
Come back in an hour, and I've got you covered.
You've got a deal. And the doors close.
You're going to need a lot of potatoes.
All right. Well, I don't know how far we're taking this, but
Yeah. Whatever y'all want to do from here. Like y'all, we still got time to whatever you want to do.
Aleister is immediately going to go to his quarters, take off the bracelet,
Okay.
put it, I don't know, in a drawer somewhere or something,
Yeah.
and find that portal.
Well, I mean, you see it as soon as you walk in.
Cool. Even easier. So going into the Dreamlands.
All right. You are in the Dreamlands.
I mean, does everything seem kind of normal-ish? I mean, for the Dreamlands?
It's just a distorted your room.
So normal-ish for the Dreamlands.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, I guess I don't really have any particular purpose here aside from just the melding.
Okay.
So I'll just go ahead and get to Meldon, and I'll probably go ahead and leave.
All right. So you meld with the item, and you have that. You meld with it, no problem.
Cool.
Aleister.
Oh yes, hello.
Well, I don't know if you noticed that I had not been around. Oh, fuck, I'm doing manners. Aleister, did you even notice that I wasn't really around all the time?
Well, things have been happening. There's been kind of a lot going on, a lot of people around. It's not always easy to notice you when there's other things happening.
Yes, that new item, it's fixed.
Well, yes, that was the deal. I would expect nothing less.
You're radiating something. I don't know if you sense it. You should.
So So what do I sense?
You sense like whenever you had encountered Tulsha before, you sensed a presence, like a very specific like presence of Tulsha, and you're sensing a bit of that after you meld with the body of Tulsha. Now that you have 3 complete items attuned to you, and you're sensing that, but you're sensing it coming from yourself, but it's like Tulsha light.
Tulsha light.
Well, that is interesting. I suppose this means I am definitely headed in the right direction. I suppose that this is probably necessary to attain my goals.
Yes, Aleister, I imagine so. I wonder what that item does.
Yes, it is curious. I'll have to do some testing.
Well, I imagine you don't want to stay here for now.
Yes, I believe I've been in the Dreamlands perhaps a little too much lately. I know it seems very strange, but I think I would rather not be physically here for a little while.
What are you talking about? Only good things happen when you go to the Dreamlands. Oh, wait. Every single time we've gone to the Dreamlands, it's been a clusterfuck.
Yes, Aleister. I'm interested in seeing where this goes with these items. You got 3 more.
Yes, I am very interested myself, and I feel like we are one step closer to getting where we need to be.
Yes. And then he just fades away.
All right. And Aleister will go ahead and step back through the portal.
All right. Yeah, you're back. You're back in your room in the waking world.
Okay. Well, Aleister will actually go back out of his quarters to see if people are still around.
Yeah, y'all still out there?
Yeah.
I'll just chit-chatting.
Yeah, Victor started puttering around the kitchen to get some stuff ready. He went in the pantry, got some potatoes, because they said whatever we wanted would be in there. And
yeah.
He had promised man-roast potato wedges.
Your cabinets, your refrigerator, freezer, like everything is stocked with food.
Yep. And so Victor's going to just start working on some potato wedges, try to make the best batch of potato wedges he's made in a long time. All right. He's working on it hard. I don't know if Julian's reacting or not. My guess is not. But that's what Victor's doing. He's in the kitchen.
I mean, I'll notice that, he's making it and stuff like that, but I'm just not really in a mood to eat. Just kind of like taking a guess at the fact that we are back, but we're not really back, in that we're not going to be the same people or the same situation once we first all showed up. It's kind of slowly dawning on Julian that no, this is for drastic reasons, obviously, but outside of that, this is all different and it will never be the same.
Yeah.
So, well, speaking of not the same, when Aleister comes back out, you'll notice that he has his green streaks back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But now it seems like as you're looking at them, the streaks actually have what look to be wisps of flame actually coming out of them.
Racing stripes.
with actual flame.
Actual 3D flame that's actually flickering out of the streaks.
Yeah, green flames coming. He's constantly on fire, flickering all over his body where the streaks are.
Victor, get the fire extinguisher.
Cat is on fire.
Aleister's on fire.
Yeah.
You're so alarmed.
It's just blase, just kind of looking up, just looking at a book, oh, he's on fire. Someone should put him out.
And Aleister, did you do the thing with that thing that Eliana fixed for you?
Yes, I was able to get it merged into me, and it has restored those streaks that I've actually grown pretty attached to. I think it's a fairly good look.
Yeah, they seem a little bit more aggressive now.
Yeah, you're not going to set anything else on fire walking around, right?
Yeah.
Because we literally just got back.
Well, I don't think it would really put anything on fire.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose it's really kind of similar to the flames whenever I expand my tail.
Okay.
Yeah, Victor's gonna like just put his hand near Aleister, like above him. He's not gonna try to pet him because he knows. It doesn't really feel warm at all, so I think we're safe.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure what it does yet, so I'm probably going to have to experiment a bit with it.
Okay.
Well, maybe there's a room where you can test stuff out.
Some kind of...
There's a room for everything else, apparently.
Some kind of danger room.
Danger room.
I can't wait for all of us to wear yellow spandex. We'll just give
Yellow
we'll just
spandex?
give you like
Really?
a yellow mask.
Yellow?
Yeah, yellow spandex.
I don't think any of us are going to wear yellow.
Yellow and blue
Oh
spandex.
yeah, that's right. We can't wear yellow.
Like
No.
my tan, beige trench coat's the closest we're getting to yellow.
All right, so blue spandex then.
Yeah.
Maybe some red. There are a few reds in there.
Nah, just some tight leather jumpsuits will be fine. Black leather,
Oh God, I hated those.
Full 1998, level.
Oh, but yeah. If do y'all have anything else?
Because Victor would try to ask Julian if he was okay and if he wanted to talk about anything. Is Aleister going to stay out there after he just sort of strolls out to show off? Because that's what he did.
I mean, that's exactly what he did, yes.
Did he go back to his room? Or like to the library or something?
I don't know. Is there like a couch out there?
Probably.
Maybe some like artificial sunlight?
There's a couch, there's a window next to the couch, and you know that you can change what is coming in from the outside.
Okay.
Or from the window. It's not really outside.
Well, I guess for now I'll do that. I'll just get some light to come in onto the couch and just go lay down on the couch.
Yeah. It just like the sun passes over and like it's like just the perfect angle to point to you right on the couch. So you have a sunbeam just hitting you and you can keep it there.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Aleister goes to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
he'll twinkle his eye up a little bit.
Yeah. After Victor sees Aleister go to sleep, because I think Julian's just sitting out there.
I'm always saying.
Yeah, what is Julian doing?
I really don't know. Just kind of, basically just like kind of sitting, in a corner, like in the living area, just kind of taking it all in, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so while he's, waiting on the oven to preheat or something, Victor's just going to sort of walk over, to Julian and be like, Julian.
Yeah.
If you need to talk about anything that's happened in the last couple of days, I'm here and I'm not doing anything else. You had me worried in the tower.
Yeah. It's funny. I was when we got shuffled around inside of the tower, I got sent back to my old college, and I was given a pretty real representation of what I did before I met First Bar again and came to Darkwell. I'm still kind of thinking about what would happen if I just if I stayed at that at my old laboratory as I burned it down. If any of this would have transpired, or if it would have been different.
I think if it had been different, then a lot more would have been lost.
I'm not so sure.
We know that the tattered whatever Dalton, they were doing stuff. We stumbled into it. And I don't think that it would have gone down any better if we hadn't done what we did. And I don't think, even if it had, that any of us would be better off. And I'm glad that you came to Darkwell and that you didn't stay where you were. I saw a lot of nasty stuff in that tower too. A lot of stuff that I had done, and that it happened to me, and that it happened to other people that I had no control over. And you heard Sarah before. We're more capable than any other version of who we might have been. And so I'm glad you're here with us now.
I guess I'm just concerned. Men like Dalton, they're not born that way. Something drives them to go down that path. Something drove me to go down and make the decisions and choices that I made. I'm afraid that if we continue doing what we're doing here, we might be tempted with that same choice or fall down that same path. I guess what I need to know is, are the three of us prepared to, I guess, stop each other if for whatever reason we fall down that way? I'm not really worried so much about you, Victor. I think out of all of us, you're the most level-headed. I already know my situation and what happened. I don't know about Aleister so much. I do know that regardless of his appearance of, being a cat, being, pretty self-centered, there's something else there behind his eyes. There's an ambition there. And I am afraid that could be dangerous. I'm afraid of what I am capable of. And to be perfectly honest, after all the changes we've all gone through, I'm a little scared of you too, Victor.
I think that's not something that we can't overcome if we learn to trust each other more.
But if we were put into a situation where one of us became a Dalton, let's call it that. I mean, it's not exactly a fancy term.
Oh, I'd kill you immediately.
Okay. That's the problem. I don't know if I could with you guys.
Well, I can't speak for Aleister, and I understand the concerns you have about him, but I don't want any power, and I never did. I just want to make things right. I want to keep people safe. There's people I couldn't keep safe in the past, and like I said, I remember even things that I didn't do. I won't let either of you become what Dalton was, and I know I don't want to be that either.
Well, we'll just have to trust that it will never come to that, but we should still be prepared if it does. I'm going to meet with Gerbo. I don't think there's a whole lot that can be done with the way my spine was damaged, but I do want to get a second opinion. So I think I'm going to call it for the day, and then tomorrow I'm going to talk to him about that. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in a wheelchair, and I haven't really come to terms with that yet, and there might be a situation where I actually have to do that. I also don't want to spend my life inside of a mechanical suit, as fun and amazing as it is.
Well, if anyone can figure it out, I think you can.
Maybe.
Do you want me to save you any of these potato wedges?
I appreciate the offer. I'm not very hungry right now, and I have a lot to think about.
I'll leave some in the fridge anyway.
That's fine. I appreciate it. Thank you. Victor, are you? What happened to? You said that you're dealing with some people that you weren't able to save, and then you also have some memories of something similar from other people and other experiences. Who couldn't you save? What happened that got you here?
I didn't always look like a crypt folk, and when that change started to occur, my mother couldn't handle it, and she meant everything to me. And after I found out that she passed, I had to find out why.
So you don't know what happened to her?
No, my mother just... It wasn't her death. It was her sister. Her older sister. I never knew her. I was adopted before after she was gone. But my mother saw a gang of crypt folk bandits tear her sister apart. And that's the only memory I got. That's why I lived by myself. That's why I hate being a crypt folk. But like I was telling you, if I wasn't, then we wouldn't have been able to do what we did. And so as much as that hurts, I'm glad. You go see Gerbo. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, I'll do that. If you could change, if there was a way to change you back into a human, would you still take it?
I don't know. But it'd be a lot harder decision than it was a year ago. Or a week ago. That's all confusing.
I really don't know what to say. If you want, I can help you find a way to see if we could change you back. Only if you would want to, though. It's not something I've done before. I usually, or did, work in an opposite fashion. Turning humans into other things, or other kinds of people into other things. I don't know. Maybe there's something there that I can use. Just something to think about. I'll let you be. I'll just go ahead and leave.
And Victor's going to go back in the kitchen and have some potato wedges. You know, he's going to try one. You know, they're probably done browning. You know, it's season them a little bit. You know, get them all ready to go. You know.
Yeah. You ready for man roast?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Like Victor said, an hour, 60 minutes on the dot of when he said that they would be ready. They are ready.
Okay.
He is ready to
You heard
entertain.
like the egg timer beep like in the middle of our conversation. Like, nope, hold that thought. I have to go put the wedges in.
I gotta go turn him over.
you hear as y'all get done talking, you hear ding, and the The elevator door opens and Manrose walks in. He's like, "Oh, so what about them potato wedges?"
I got him right over here, buddy.
All right. He grabs. Well, you got a basket ready for him.
Oh yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. There's several condiments out, you know. Stuff
He's-
like that
he's
if he
got,
wants to
like-
dip 'em.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh, I don't need any sauce. I just want to enjoy the crispy goodness." So since I'm here, does anybody need to go anywhere?
Yeah. I'd like to see Gerbo. Just talked about some things, or at least set something up. Maybe not something set in stone today, but yeah. If you could take me to Gerbo, that'd be good.
All right, yeah, come on. He sticks a potato wedge in his mouth, bites down. He's like, "Oh, that's so good." Going down